Hello, this is Rogers Redding, National Coordinator of Football Officials. I'd like to welcome you to this final media video for 2015. This is number 6 in the series, and this will be the last one that we will have this year. Again, we have several plays that bring up interesting situations with regard to the rules, some plays that you don't see very often, a couple of common plays here, but I think this will be of interest to you as you prepare for your bowl games and your postseason activity. This first play shows an example of what happens when a punt receiver gives what we call an invalid fair catch signal, which is any waving signal, and the ball becomes dead as soon as he gains possession of it. In this case, he doesn't think the ball is dead. He tries to advance it, and the penalty is for delay of game. You can see that he gives a sort of getaway signal, but any waving signal causes the ball to become dead as soon as the player gains possession.
Delay of game by the receiving team, gave an invalid fair catch signal, possessed the ball, and ran with it. 5-yard penalty will be added to the end of the run. First down.
We had a play on a previous video which showed how a team tried to use the substitution process to hide a receiver out near the sideline and then send him downfield for a pass. In that case, a foul was called. Here's another example of the substitution process being used again to try to deceive, and we don't catch it this time. You can see that the offensive team sends his players out onto the field. They get inside the numbers, but then one player turns and comes back toward the sideline as if he's leaving the game, and then lines up on the sideline, goes downfield and catches a pass. And this should have been a foul for illegal substitution, unfair tactics, which is by definition a foul for unsportsmanlike conduct. Next play is an example of defensive holding on a pass play, and I'd like to make a point about the enforcement of the penalty. Defensive holding in a situation like this, if the pass crosses the neutral zone, includes an automatic first down. But in this case, we had defensive holding by a defender against a receiver, and the pass does not cross the line of scrimmage. So in this case, it's a 10-yard penalty, but there is no automatic first down. It's just a repeat of the previous down. So I showed this to illustrate that just because there's defensive holding on a pass play does not mean that's an automatic first down. That happens only if the pass crosses the line of scrimmage.
Prior to the pass, holding defense number 8, 10-yard penalty will be third down.
Play number 4 is an example of an ineligible receiver downfield in a situation where the offense makes a mistake in its alignment. You can see that the player who is supposed to be the tight end in the right side of the formation actually is covered up by the widest receiver who gets up on the line of scrimmage. Now undoubtedly that wide receiver is supposed to be back in the backfield and not up on the line, but because he's on the line of scrimmage, he covers up the player who should be the tight end. And so that makes that player ineligible to catch a pass. And so they both go downfield on this pass play, and so the flag is for an ineligible receiver downfield because the player was covered up. The rule, of course, is that in order for a player on the line of scrimmage to be eligible to catch a pass, he must be on the end of the line as well as having a uniform number that is appropriate for a pass receiver. This next play, play number 5, has nothing special about it. I just wanted to show you a classic case of defensive pass interference. Here's a situation where the defender clearly impedes the receiver's path to the ball. He makes no attempt to play the ball himself, doesn't even attempt to look back at the ball. He just runs right through the receiver to prevent him from getting to the ball. So this is just a simple classic case of defensive pass interference.
Pass interference, defense, number 16, 15-yard penalty, automatic, first down.
This final play on this week's video shows an interesting example of an illegal forward pass, and one that you don't see very often. You'll see that the passer rolls out, passes the ball, it gets batted back to him, he scrambles around and throws a second forward pass. And that second forward pass is illegal because the rule allows only one forward pass during the down. The penalty is fairly expensive. It's 5 yards from the spot of the pass, plus a loss of down. So not only does he lose the yardage by dropping back to pass, he also loses the down, plus he loses an additional 5 yards because there's a 5-yard penalty tacked on to the spot where he threw the pass. So this is a fairly expensive situation for this second forward pass, which is an illegal forward pass.
Has been busy today.
Illegal forward pass. Offense number 2. 2 passes on the same play. 5-yard penalty. Loss of down. Second down.
Well, that brings us to the end of this video and to the end of the media videos for 2015. I want to thank you again for watching these and for your encouragement that you give to us in producing these videos. The feedback we get indicates that these are of some help to you, and I hope you enjoy watching them. And I take the opportunity to wish you and your families a very Merry Christmas, and I hope you have a great bowl season. I hope you enjoy whatever you do during the off season, and we'll look forward to seeing you down the road.